It's preparing.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
No. Hey, Manamana, how you doing, darling?
What do you mean no? And then you start saying hi to everybody in the chat. I thought you were...
Are you in live chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're on live, right?
Yeah. Manamana. Manamana. It's been a hell of a day. My brain is just not synced. Oh my God. I forgot how to do it.
No.
Do you remember that dance?
Baby Shark?
Yeah. Oh. I haven't been doing that dance much. I need to get more of this.
Oh, we're going to have to play that song a few more.
Everything's giving Amina. Baby Shark. I know, right? It's a little sour. John Coopy.
John Coopy. Manamana.
Uh-oh. Hey, Drumful. How you doing, darling?
John Pool. Mr. Doughboy.
This lady, if I could touch her hair, she said yes. I ran my finger over. Oh, God. The fight broke out. Mr. Doughboy. Oh, my God. Hey, racing.
Oh, my God.
Sim racing sim. I'm drinking. Yeah, 8:30. We're going to be racing. We're going to be doing sims.
I've seen that before, Mr. Doughboy.
Hey, AZ Drone Dude. How you doing?
AZ Drone Dude, Nova Squads. How you doing?
You know, I was hoping Tim was going to come in. He's been building gates. I want to take a look at what he's doing.
Tim is doing gates?
Tim's making gates. Yeah, I want to see him.
Making gates out of?
I don't know. I have no information, and I need information. I need it. I need it. Kim builds gates. Yeah, I see his. He always wears them like they're a little halo. Yeah, they're for Rojapalooza.
They got new LED wire out now.
Yeah? Is it better?
I'm not sure. You can buy it on a roll now. Whether you can change your color, I don't know.
You could do red, white, and blue for America.
America? You could.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the dollar store to bring out their spring stuff so I can get some more of these hoops.
Yeah. So you want more of those?
Yeah, so I can light them up and...
I have rolls of LEDs.
So I can
do
put a bunch out there in the field for whooping.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
And racing. 3-inch quads, 4-inch, 5-inch will fit through that big one.
So why can't you just cut them and then open them up and put little stakes inside of them and just push them in the ground?
You can't.
Yes, it's not new. So that's what I'm thinking.
You could do that.
I'm here just eating dinner. Thank you, Novice.
You could like say, you don't have to cut them. There's a little plastic insert inside them. You can pull them apart.
Yeah.
And add 2 of those and stretch them big so they're really big.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want them just that big. So have any of you been watching the videos on all the protest stuff for FPV? I went through a bunch of them today.
A heart shape. Yeah.
Did you watch some, Kim?
No.
Yep, you did, novice. What were you thinking about it? I know you're
gas.
eating.
It gives me gas.
Oh, I see. You just stay over there.
I hear so much about it and all this, and everybody's freaking out and all this.
Game timeout. Hey, Phantom, how you doing, Herman?
Herman.
Me too. Me too. I didn't know about it till it was already it's already happening.
How come
I don't know how I missed it.
Why am I muted?
You're not muted.
It says I was muted by host.
How'd that happen?
I don't know, but that's what it said.
So odd.
So you can hear me talking?
Yeah.
Then how come it said that in a sign and muted by host?
You're not muted. See, Mana just said, I hear you, Kim.
You sure?
I'm sure. I don't know what happened. You may have had a mini timeout.
A mini what? Stroke or something? That's what we call a mini timeout, don't we?
I don't know. Could go to rallies down in DC. I do too. I think that would have been super cool. Yeah, Manamna saying the whole time he's heard you. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, but maybe he has one of those superpowers.
Manamana deserves to have a superpower.
We all deserve. I have a superpower.
Coming to Canada. Unified coming to Canada. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to tell you, I think going there would have been.
Who's Unify?
Maybe all of us. We are unifying good Canada.
Okay.
I don't know why you were supersonic hearing. Yeah, me too. I can hear them all the time. Oh my God. It's been a long day. Unify will be the new way to fly in Canada. The new RFID. Oh my God. Whoa, Sleeping Bear, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
Yeah, well, you know what they can do with Unify.
Well, I just got to tell you that I think all the people who went to DC, I thought that was great. I watched some of the videos, went through all that. It's pretty cool. I thought it was very cool.
Battery. Okay.
What?
I'm not hooking some more junk to it so I can get 2.5 minutes on each battery because I have a 4S battery. I think I'm going to hook a module to my damn drone, whereas I have even less power to fly around with, and I'll have to
What were you saying?
There's no damn way I'm going to have to upgrade my drone to a 6S.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go. He's looking up in this. Okay, there we go. Anyway, that. Hey, Washington County News. How you doing? I didn't know what he was talking about, so I just thought I'd cool it down. Just I don't know how we went from a protest to him with his 4S.
Because they want you to stick a module
Canada
on
drone testing
and draw more power from
this
a
summer.
freaking
Cool.
4S battery, and they can stick it because I ain't.
There we go.
You like that button, don't you?
I've had a long day.
That's real cruel.
I'm not cruel. I just can't take all of it.
What? All of what? I'm just.
Your 4S battery crap. They're having a drone delivery testing this summer.
Who is?
Canada. Now you're going to be able to get that pizza you've been waiting on.
Oh yeah, like I want a prop wash pizza. By the time you get it, it'd be like frozen cold.
No, I think you should do it. I think you should go ahead and order yourself one of those pizzas that comes that way. Go ahead, do it. Do it now.
It'd be a frozen pizza.
No. Wasn't County News. No, I am sweet to him, but he knows the day's been tough, and then he goes off on I don't know what he's talking about. What's 4S?
Can you really do that right now, Cam? Do what?
Order pizza. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm so stuffed. I don't want a pizza. I just ate a big.
I see any
piece of
delivery drones. I'm
lasagna
shooting
above
it down. They took my airspace.
I hear you, sleeping bear.
How you doing, Sleeping Bear? You're in one of the states that has quite a bit of Corona stuff going on. I thought that it was in Kennewick, but it wasn't. It was in Kirkland. And so I was really worried about you.
Be careful out there.
Yeah. I thought, oh my gosh, it cannot be where you are.
Hey, TCM.
I know, Phantom. I'm self-quarantining. Oh my God.
Yeah, be a bowling ball. Like, the drone that can carry 400 pounds.
Yeah?
What's that? A washer and dryer? Oh, look. There's a drone. It's carrying a new appliance, a refrigerator.
I feel like I don't know what to do with you. There we go. It's Corona time right now. I'm not fond of people anyways. Oh my God.
Can you imagine how loud a delivery drone would be that can carry 400 pounds?
I think it'd be like putting a helicopter in the sky.
Yeah, flying about 100 feet above your house.
Yeah, you know what? I don't hang out with a lot of people either, guys. Unless, I don't do a lot of that.
Yeah. I try right now. It's a good idea to avoid large crowds, especially with what's going on.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. So is this virus going to change the way you guys fly? Because, hey, Skip,
We put mufflers on.
hey, Skip Miller. Yeah, because, oh, I'm going to buy me a hazmat suit. Yeah, I sent my sister one, Amazon. I told you she should get it.
You know, they could do. You could buy those clear beach ball things that you climb inside them, and you just sort of run, and you're in a big old bubble,
I can see you now going down the highway, Kim.
and you can see all of them going up and down the street.
Well, I wonder, because if we can keep from getting it for about a year, they're going to have a vaccine. But a lot of people don't like vaccines either. But I also think that most flyers fly alone. So they're not going to get it from flying. I
No.
don't think it'll change anyone's way of flying.
Oh, because FPV people prefer, if you're gonna have a drone get together, they're together. But basically, FPV flyers, they find themselves a place away from people, and
That's
they
right.
fly their damn hobby.
So do you think it's going to change how you're doing Roger Palooza this year?
Because of people coming.
Mm-hmm.
No, not really, because I have a big thermometer.
Oh.
No, I mean, you're not gonna show up at the house and
When
you're
Helen got sick, yeah. Bardwell is sick and a whole bunch of others. They got a really bad cold. So there's a really bad cold going around right now, which isn't corona, believe it or not. And then they said the corona causes that too. I think he is saying to bend over, Skip. I think so. I think he just said that.
Yeah, I got one of them outdoor thermometers, the long ones there. Just, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Corey Mano. Yeah, let me just tell you, I honestly think I got that bad cold this week. Miserable for 3 days. Yep. My grandson had it about a month ago.
I'll stay home.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, they're right now putting all the stuff out saying that the planes are really safe and they're very clean because they clean them between each passenger, but I don't think they are that clean. If they even get a
Oh,
caught.
well, no, they're not clean. They don't have enough time to wipe every flipping seat down and every tray, change every magazine,
They only got
vacuum,
like 10 minutes
spray
from the
stuff.
last person gets on to the time they're going to let the other people on. They don't have enough time to clean that plane. They don't.
No, no.
And now they're saying if you want to be really careful, go ahead and take your Clorox wipes and you clean it yourself. And I'm like, what? To think the other way.
They
Our
want you to
government
clean
does
the
one
plane
thing.
yourself.
Huh?
They
Yeah.
want you to start cleaning it
There
themselves.
was an article out saying if you want it really clean, just bring your Clorox wipe stuff and you can just clean these areas. You need to clean your tray table and you need to clean your armrest because those are the dirtiest. And that's what they're saying. And
You
I
don't
thought,
have enough
okay,
time
so if
because
I'm
a lot of
cleaning all
connecting flights,
that,
you got like 5 minutes to get to it, and then the plane leaves.
planes are not clean at all. Don't believe me. Take a Clorox wipe to your seat armrest in your tray and your seat headrest and see what comes off. That's what I used to do when I flew more often. I know that's why they say don't wear shorts on planes
That's
because
that's
because your legs get in whatever's going on. You cannot buy Clorox wipes around here. Oh, you can't? Oh, see, I got some for my house and I use them because, I have dogs, I have cats, and so I use Clorox. Hey, Legs, how's it going?
well. I mean, don't fly.
Well, I think that's what's happening. I think That's what's happening. One of the self-quarantines, our town is out of all TP
They're
toilet
sold
paper.
out. Holy crap.
They are all sold out. That's right. And that's one thing I wanted to say to everyone. I went, I went to Costco for my normal things I buy, and one of those things is toilet paper. And they said, "Sorry, oh, I got 2 dislikes. Someone doesn't like me talking about toilet paper." And I went and I told them.
All the
I
apple
said,
juice
"Where's
is
all your
gone.
toilet paper? It's all gone, and all your paper towels." And they said it'd been that way all week.
The
I don't know
frozen
where that
pizzas,
thing
there
went.
was 10 left.
Huh?
That's what John Goby says. And they're sold out of paper towels and toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, hey, doing good. Just got a new teeny whoop. Oh, nice. The Lunchables, frozen pizza. There were 10 left. And the weird guy, $200 on cold and flu meds. Okay. So this is what happened. Hey, Legs, if you want to come in, come on in. We started one topic. Now we're kind of shifting over. Actually, I got to tell you, yes, the hospital is going to be totally overwhelmed. And not because people just worry, because of people. The 2 Costco's sold out of, here. Even in Canada, it's happening. They're
What?
saying that when people over 60, and I'm wondering if they mean like 61, or they turned 60, and now they are 60 in a few weeks. Because then I'd be in that category and have diabetes and have this and these. Yeah, okay, Legs, come on in. These are the people they have to worry about, right? These are the people they think, that are going to be in those hospitals. And I thought, wow, that's incredible, because then that means that I'll be one of the people in the hospital with these. No, I don't think so. I'd rather just stay away from people and just stay a little bit more. Yeah, I did. I sent it through a messenger. Legs from Seattle said, fine 1 hour. What? From Seattle said, fine 1 hour. I'm not sure what that means. Did I get?
Yo, why would they sell out of toilet paper?
Oh, intensive care in 5 hours. Bedtime's here in the UK. Hey, Darn Digital. Not often I catch you two with the same time difference.
Darwin.
So a quick hello. Hey, Digital.
Okay, Darwin.
Yeah, so that's what they're saying right now. Yes, hits fast. That's what I'm hearing. You think you're fine, and then in an hour you're in intensive care. Oh my gosh. Yeah, put a link in. Hey, poor Murray, how you doing?
Oh.
So what they did is they went on TV and they said, this is the things you're going to need. And they made a little shopping list for people of the cold medicine, flu medicine, ibuprofen, all that. And within a couple days, they were sold out in every grocery store, in every place. You can't get any of it. So it's all out.
Cold medicine isn't going to help. So why would you need to stock up on cold medicine?
And why do you need 5 big packs of toilet paper? Exactly what's going on with this flu, or with this corona. I mean, what exactly is happening where you need 5 big packs of toilet paper? Relief of symptoms. Yeah.
Why you? I don't know what.
And I went out in flu. Was doing great. 3 hours later, fever, and I felt like crap. Yeah.
Yeah, but why wouldn't it spell out on Kleenex then? But toilet paper?
Maybe they are sold out on Kleenex. I mean, I'm just sitting here. People are afraid of having massive.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Fever from the
I wash
coronavirus.
my hands like
They
5,
say,
6 times a day.
yeah, so people go and buy tons of toilet paper. What the? Yeah, they need to be buying soap. They need to be buying soap, people. Buy your soap. Wash your hands.
But toilet paper, selling out of toilet paper?
Hey, legs. Yeah, cat out of the bag. Yeah, so for some reason, people got very upset. They started now all the places, but you know who has toilet paper? The dollar store.
Oh
So
my
guys,
God, you gonna risk it?
oh, Lex is accidentally. Yeah, you can go and you can get that special toilet paper everyone loves at the dollar store. Yeah. Yeah, Legs will be back. Sometimes he has trouble getting it set up. Hey, Proper FPV place I've discovered. Yeah, they have tons of it. Now, the toilet paper, you use it all in one day because it's like really, like, there's not much.
And it's one ply.
So.
So you gotta wrap it around your hand a few times.
Yeah, added me on Facebook because someone told him that I sound very similar to him. Oh, wow. Yeah, now hand sanitizer is really easy to make, so I'm not worried about that. Just get a bidet and stop using toilet paper.
Well,
You know
they
what?
have that new cat box that automatically retracts and
Yep,
pushes into a container,
yep.
self-cleaning. You can always
Oh
buy
my
one of those.
God. On the streets of New York City, I hear some vendors are making a killing selling it. Yep, is out. Won't be seeing in a while. So it's really easy to make that kind of stuff. So I'm not as worried. Learn to be a cat and clean, lick it yourself.
Ooh. Huh.
Paduga, hey.
Shit.
No, please, guys, do not be a cat and start licking yourself.
Yeah.
That is against the rules. Goofy.
Well, we still have snow.
I can see now. Oh
You
no,
could, you could just carpet drag yourself in the
hey legs.
Hey, sorry about that. I always have these problems. I have so many audio devices plugged into my computer. It just gets so confused when I try to join a live stream.
Oh, you're fine. We were talking about the coronavirus and the things that we're finding. Well, we're not finding at the store right now because they gave everyone a grocery list
Well, I
that
mean,
people bought everything up and now they're selling it on eBay and Amazon.
yeah, I mean that's what was it's the quote from what is it? That movie with Will Smith in it about aliens, Men in Black.
Yeah.
People are smart, humanity is stupid, or something along those lines. It's like with events like this that are going on, it's honestly people just should have been ready for something like this that were going to happen. Or once they noticed that everything was going to crap and the stocks were dropping down and China was completely shut down and cases were starting to pop up around, that's when I started telling people, I'm like, you just got to get basic stuff. I'm like, be ready to be in your house for like a month or two without being able to leave. And everyone's like, oh no, that's crazy, that's insane, that's never gonna happen. And it's like, the biggest economy in the world is stopped, completely stopped.
On a dime.
If that's not something, like, if that's not a red flag, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's like, you can't even get 3M masks anymore. If you go on Amazon and you look to try and get face masks that, or even full face masks or hazmat suits or anything, everywhere is sold out. The US government actually bought massive surplus of face masks from 3M to the point where that they can't manufacture enough to sell to people. So the price of 10 masks, which used to be like, I don't know, like a couple bucks, like maybe 10,
Yeah.
20 bucks, is now like $40, $50 on Amazon. And the prices are only going to keep going up because the supply is going to keep going down.
Well, and like tomorrow, I have some shopping to do, and then we'll see how good it goes for me. But I have to work, and the hours I work, usually the stores are closed, the ones I go to. But it's the end of the world as we know it.
And I
That,
feel
that sounds like a song.
bad.
Sounds like a song I know.
Oh
Sweet
yeah.
bear.
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm looking at it right now is like it could get really really bad, and if it does, it's gonna get bad so fast that no matter how prepared you think you are or what you think you have ready to go, it's not gonna matter, or it's gonna blow over. But it's kind of not looking like it's gonna blow over. It's looking like it's here to stay.
Well, but I wonder if some of it is because in China and down in LA and San Francisco, the people are so stacked upon each other. In New York, so stacked upon each other.
Well,
You can't even walk out your door without bumping into people.
exactly, and that's not even necessarily the worst part about it. It's this virus mimics anthrax in a lot of different ways, not to mention HIV. And since it was a man-made virus, it was designed to kill people indiscriminately, and it got out. I mean, it's going to do what it was designed to do. So this virus can survive on surfaces for
Eat your
months
Max.
with and just be there. So if someone coughs on something or even
Well,
touches
and I
something
have to
after
say,
they wipe their
Christian,
face,
right.
then and you touch it and you touch your eyes or you touch your face, you have a very high likelihood of getting
So
infected.
I've been listening to a lot about how this virus went around, and at first they were saying bats, and then they said something else. But they actually, from what I understand, don't know how long it lasts, and that's what the scary thing is. They have no idea how long it can survive up to 9 days on the surface in the best conditions. So that's, I think, the thing that's really worrisome is because they don't know how it gets to you. They don't even know if, I mean, they don't know.
And that's not
I
even
mean, I'm kind of
that
like,
part's scary, but it's
yeah,
like even the part that gets me is it's like I kind of have a feeling that since we're already in a pandemic, like this isn't just a flu outbreak, this isn't anything, this is the biggest worldwide like quarantine that we've had since I don't know, probably smallpox, I think was the
me
one they
too.
were comparing it to. um but there were multiple cases in Japan where people were cured or non-symptomatic anymore, and the virus is still in your system. So it's just like simple sec where you might not break out or anything like that, but you still have that in your system. And if you were to break out and make out with somebody, then they'd get it, or have
Yeah. So,
intercourse or whatever, then they
guys,
could get it.
I
And
hate
that's
to
the
say
same way that
this,
this virus works
since
is
there are only
if you could
guys
be
in
totally
here,
fine for months,
yeah.
weeks, even years, but this virus is still living inside your body.
So,
So,
guys,
and
I have to say something. Don't make out with anyone
so
for
the
at
so the
least 2 years.
the
Coronavirus
so
is
it's like
also not
you
man-made. They have been known since the 80s. Normally, they don't affect humans.
I
They have been known to mutate and sometimes infect people. And see, and here's the problem. And here's the problem. They
you
had
can
people
get it and
going
still get
on.
it again, like in your body. So you could still be you could be asymptomatic, and then it pops up, and for 15 days you don't realize that the virus is thriving inside you,
Right.
and you're
And
spreading it around.
so I want to be really clear. There's a lot of information out of there out on this actual virus. And not everybody, I will pay anyone 1K to cough on my oh my God, sleep there. But there's so much information and so much misinformation that we are spinning like tops. We have people saying, "Hey, in April it's going to be gone," and so don't worry. I actually don't believe that, but I'm open. It'd be great if it were. There is
Exactly.
so much stuff, but they do say this is the one thing I've heard over and over. You can have it for up to 14 days and spread it and not know you have it. And that's the
And
part that
that's the
makes
scary.
me worried
Yeah.
because
And
they
like for
said,
instance,
especially children.
Well, there was a instance where there were 4 kids that went to Italy right before the U.S. said you guys shouldn't be going to Italy. The U.S. was like, we don't recommend it, and they went on vacation to Italy for a week, and they came back and they allowed them to go to school right away.
Sure.
And all the parents and everybody, and this is the school that my little brother goes to and my cousins go to and like everything, and they were like, everyone was like, no, 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 these kids need to stay home for 15-20 days and get tested and make sure that they didn't bring anything back. And it's like, that's all well and good, but they've been in school for 2 days, so it really doesn't matter unless you're going to decontaminate the whole school and keep everyone home for 15 days until anyone shows symptoms, or even 48 hours and have everyone get tested until it shows up in your bloodstream. You're kind of screwed. Like, the possibility of it's already happening.
It worries me because, we have people who they say they're not going to have it and they can't have it, but we know that Italy is a hotspot. We know that it is just going through them like crazy. And yet we're not being a little bit more cautious. Even the people over there are not being cautious. So if you go over there and you want to see Italy, I'm not saying don't go. Go ahead and go.
But Italy, actually, they handled it well. The second it started spreading out of control, they were like, look, we're going to try and stop this spread as fast as possible, because it went from like a few confirmed cases to a couple hundred confirmed cases to now it's like 3,000 something right now. I haven't looked at my map yet today. But
right. And I've been keeping a map. I've been looking at the map because I just feel like if you have it crazy in Washington, it's starting in Washington really bad, and it's really a lot of stuff over, and you're starting in Oregon, and it's down in California, and it's Utah, I think, has a couple cases. I mean, how is Idaho getting by not having any cases? How's that working?
I honestly, I feel like the rural areas, they'll be the best because you're spread apart. The ability to quarantine yourself and sustain off your own land is a lot better in places where most people have large acreage and they hunt and they grow their own foods, and they do these things where like they maybe come in contact with people once a week, twice a week, but for the most part, they're unless like when their kids go to school and stuff, if you're just a farmer, you're taking care of your land. You're not really doing anything. You're not around a lot of people. And that's like what you were saying with the epicenters, like all the big cities and all this stuff. It's like, they need to take a little bit more precautions on what they're doing. And if there is a outbreak where it's like, we have 100 confirmed cases, well, then you got to start thinking, it's like, all right, we've done all these studies where we've released inert bacteria and viruses into the population to test what will happen and how this will spread through the T system, through airports, through all this stuff. I mean, the CDC and the defense departments and everything, they've been doing this for years. Like, we have a plan to deal with this. It's people panicking is the big problem. It's like, this virus can kill a lot of people, but I feel like the people themselves are what's going to cause us to spread more. It's like the second there's a quarantine or, anything along those lines, especially in America, people are going to be like, yo, like, you can't keep us here. We're not going to do this. They're going to start to rebel. They're going to riot. They're going to loot. They're going to do all that stuff, which ends up giving a higher probability of getting infected and then taking that home and infecting their family.
John is saying people are panicking because of misinformation as well, and that's exactly right.
And that's the hard part. It's like everyone's trying to say that like it's not as bad as it is, and then there's people saying that it's a million times worse than it is. So it's hard to differentiate the facts from the fiction, and then it's really hard. I mean, you have doctors in China coming out as they're like literally on their deathbed saying that this is really bad. And then you have the Chinese government trying to censor them, and our government trying to censor people. I imagine, and we don't know what the statistics are, so it's a really weird situation right now.
So if we listen to the BBC and other things, we're going to get a little bit of a different report than what we get within the United States. But I think that's always been the case. But the
Yeah.
one thing I found interesting is in Iran, they had this guy who's the health minister just sweating all over the place because he had corona and he's coughing. And I think they said he died. I don't know. But I just thought, what does it take to get people to understand that if you're sick, stay home? There you go. Now, for
It's not
15,
rocket science. It's
yeah, this
really
isn't hard. This isn't hard. We fly drones. I have friends all over the globe. I'll know soon how bad. You know, Sleeping Bear, I think the same thing. Of all the people that we have in here, I don't know anyone who has a case, but I'm wondering if because we're drone flyers, not that it gives us superpowers like Mana has, but maybe we're just ordinarily keep to ourselves.
well. I mean,
Unless we have a meetup, we do. We keep to ourselves.
I can't remember the guy's name, but there's this guy who lives in China. He owns a drone company. I have his channel. I'm subscribed. I can pull it up. But he did a video where he's going through um, his business district area and talking about China and everything. And he's like, not once in my entire time living in China have I ever seen it like this. And he's walking through the streets, walking through the business district where normally
Yep.
there's people manufacturing parts for computers and, CNCing and doing stuff with metal and all this other crap. All of those buildings are shut down. He was the only employee at his business for a couple weeks, and he's living inside a quarantine zone. And it's like him walking around and flying drones through dead China is insane. And then even looking at the NASA reports, them saying that, oh, look, we've been taking satellite imagery, and there's no smog. The air pollution's clearing in China. It's like, I
found that really interesting. I also saw a guy who was walking through Seoul, and basically that place is always packed, and you're elbow to elbow with people. And he goes, look, everyone's coming back on the streets. Everything's returning to normal. And that's when I looked and I said, okay, excuse me. There are 4 people walking around. That is not returning to normal. That isn't at all returning to normal. No, things are not normal. So why are you selling me this bag of goods saying that it's normal? Well, you're doing that because you want everyone to come out and stop being panicked, and you want to say, come and buy. We're going to start shipping you stuff. Well, I don't know.
It's scary. It really, it's just.
Hey, Rolex.
Hi, Rolex.
Yeah, the Lord will keep you safe, and the Lord will keep you safe. Yeah. You know, and the Lord. Let me just say that I think that sometimes you can have a lot of faith and you can still get a virus. So don't think you're bad if you get a virus and you've been praying. I'm saying. I know Kim and I were watching some of the people talk about it, and people are going around actually telling people that if you gargle with bleach, that will help you. Guys, do not do that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That would be bad.
That's just a bad idea. Holy
That's
crap.
no good. No, that's what I'm telling you. We have stuff out there that is so horrendous that people are telling people to do. If it seems like a really dumb idea to FPV flyers, guess what? It is.
Yeah.
It is, because we as FPV flyers can do some stuff, but that's dumb. So don't worry. Yeah, I think some people do. Yeah, actually, they do. They think if they gargle with it, it might be okay then. That will get rid of it.
That I've been seeing some posts to that extent, but not as crazy as gargling bleach. And like, it takes everything in my power to just not comment and just scroll past it.
Well, and we've been watching.
It's like, do you understand how this works at all?
And some of the preachers, what did we see? One of the preachers was saying, hey, guys, if you take silver, that is going to help you. Now, let me say, colloidal silver, it is not going to take this virus away, because this is a virus. It's not a bacteria. Now, I know a lot of people believe in colloidal silver, and I'm not telling you don't believe in it, but yeah, colloidal silver will not cure you of the corona. I don't care which preacher is selling it.
Yeah, no, it
Do
works for
not do
certain
it,
things.
guys.
It
I don't
works for
mean to be
certain
mean
things,
to
but
your.
it won't work for that. And always remember that when you are using silver, there is a threshold that you can cross, and you can actually have silver
Metal
build
poison.
up in your body because your body can't
Mhm.
get rid of it properly, and it can cause damaging effects to your body. It's great for burns. It's great for bacterial infections. It's great for a whole bunch of other stuff. But to just drink a bottle of it, you're gonna be putting yourself in the ER.
And I don't mean to be, really trying to drive this home. Pocket full of posies. You'll know about that song, right? Let me just say that I believe in colloidal silver. I think it's a good thing, but I have an allergy to silver.
Really,
I
I've never
can
heard
wear
that.
silver, but I can't take it internally. I can't have it in my teeth.
Huh?
I have to have other metals in my teeth because I can't do it. So it'd make me very ill anyway. And I'm going to tell you guys, don't do it. Don't drink mercury to kill yourself. Don't
It
drink
won't make you live
bleach.
forever. I promise you.
Don't do it. I don't care who's selling it. It is just I saw some stuff recently that has really worried me that people are putting in, and I just think that we in the FPV culture, I don't know about you guys, but I don't hang around tons of people. I have my best friend. I have some people I may meet for coffee, which I'm not doing right now because I'm old. I mean, I don't think it bode well for me to get it. My God, yeah, I remember that song, Sleeping Bear. All I ask is please keep safe. Yeah, I think that's the thing, guys. We just need to be, don't believe that you can't get it because you can. And so you touch anything, just wash your hands. I'm sorry, I don't know how else to make that. Her best friend is in Ireland. Yeah, yeah, that's right. So you just got to be careful and just think about it a little bit.
Yeah, and it's
You
like don't
know,
take everything with a grain of salt, and don't just take a Facebook post as truth. Actually, look into it.
don't do
Like,
it. Yeah,
seriously, like there are some things out there where they are shocking, and they are like they're shocking because it's factual, and then there's stuff out there where it's just fear mongering, and it's really hard
yeah.
to differentiate between the two, especially in the time that we're living in. With, like, I hate to say it, but it's true, fake news. It's a real thing. So
Well,
like,
yeah, when the guy said that China, the streets are all in Seoul, all these people are coming back, and they were talking about these different countries, and I'm looking, going, four people, you were not back to normal. And
mhm.
why are you telling me? And some guy went on and got mad because he said the economy is going down, so people just need to get over this. And I thought, what? No, people
not,
need to be careful.
it's not just going down. It's like straight up
Oh, it's
collapsing.
tanking.
Like I thought I just started investing, and I thought I hopped in on the right at the right time. So I was like, oh, everything's going down. It's gonna hop back up soon. I was like, man, now I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm wishing I waited another week or two.
Let me tell you, Christian, right now is a really good time to buy stock in cruising.
Yep.
I hear
Yep.
they're doing really well.
Oh yeah, that was one of the bigger stocks I was looking at. I've actually been the past few ones I've been investing in were biomedical companies that were researching the coronavirus cure and stuff like that. And a few
That
of
would
them
be good.
I actually made a decent amount of money off of because I got them when they were wicked low, like at like 20 cents a share, and they jumped up to like $4 or $5, $12 a piece. And I was
So
buying
let
them
me
before they
ask
were
a
even
simple
$1.
question to everyone. Let me ask you a question because maybe nobody thinks like I think on this, but I think some of you do. We give money to people to research a cure. We give it. It comes from our taxes. We give the pharmaceutical companies money. Go find a cure. We really want you to find a cure. And then they find a cure and they charge us for the cure. And they charge us way more than this thing costs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They really inflate that price. How is that
they're
okay?
freaking greedy.
And why are we okay with it?
They're
I just
so
don't
greedy.
understand.
Well, it's funny because I know a lot of people that aren't from the U.S. One of the weirdest things they find out when they come here and visit is all the medical commercials and how we just push drugs through everyone's throats. And I find it funny talking to people from other countries, and they're like, "Yeah, that's not a thing. Like you don't have that commercial where it's this happy family playing in the park, and then the other half of the commercial is the side effects.
Oh
You
yeah,
might
I love the
you
side
might
effect.
die. Like it's like
Some stupid people.
it's
Oh my
like,
God, sleep with
do you
bear.
suffer from depression? Well, this drug can help you. And then the other half, it's like this might cause suicidal and homicidal tendencies. If you have these, please contact a
Nosebleed.
doctor
No,
right away.
the best one,
It's like
the
what?
best one is may cause anal leakage, and I
That's
always
my
think to
favorite one
myself,
too.
what?
It's like I didn't
know
even know
what
that was a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing. And then I thought, no, I would not take that. I would not take that. If
Right?
there's a 10% chance of 5% of 1%, I don't want to take that.
I don't want to know what that feels like.
I just no, I'll pass. I'll pass. And I think that I begin to think that if companies take our money to come up with a cure, then they should come up with a cure, and they should not be able to overcharge us. I think we need to start thinking about this a little more and why we allow this. And I
Well, I
think
mean,
it's just not okay anymore.
it really comes down to your country's government and how they deal with the drug administration and the regulations and everything along those lines. Actually, just
It's just the
recently
easy way to go. It
in the
kills my
U.S.,
bacteria.
New Hampshire, and one other state. I can't remember exactly. I can't remember which one it is. But
Actually,
they
hold on.
just set.
Sleeping Bear, I have someone doing that right now. So you're going to be getting it. Go ahead. Sorry.
They just set the price of insulin at $50 a month for everybody. Like it doesn't matter what company you're getting it from, what insurance provider you have. If you're a diabetic, you can get all your insulin for a month for $50, which I'm like, it's about time. And it's like the same
Well,
thing. I have a peanut allergy. I need an EpiPen. About 2 or 3 years ago, I could get an EpiPen for like 50, $60, and I would only have to get one every 2 years. Now it's like $380 for a life-saving drug that I probably won't ever have to use.
yeah, that's one thing that really worried me. I had someone who went out and got, I think it was like Victoza, something for diabetes, a type 1 diabetic. And this little pen thing she was supposed to get $780. And I just thought, how can people do this? If you don't have a choice, you have to take the medicine, especially type 1. How do you charge people that much? But they do, and they feel somehow that they're able to do it. So I'm happy to hear that we're starting to get a little bit of a change of tide, because you can't price people out of what they need.
It really sucks, especially with people who are going through things like cancer or have like they were born with a disability, and then their own government turns back and looks at them and say, well, you shouldn't have been born that way. Sorry, but we're not going to cover you. It's like, wait, what? Like, I can't tell you how many times people have been like, oh, well, you weren't disabled in work, or, you know, you didn't lose your legs and you haven't put money in you. And like, this was even when I was younger, and they're just like, yeah, you're not going to be able to get this, or you don't need that. Or like my favorite one is the insurance company is asking, why do you need 2 prosthetics? We only cover you for 1. And I'm like, you do realize I don't have 2 legs, right? Like, what are you going to do? Give you 1 new leg a year? Like, how the hell is that going to work? But it's like, so I'm really glad that people are finally voicing the frustration and actually getting out there and doing something about it, because this
and I think it has to be time, because what we were doing at one point, especially our elderly, was taking a bus over to Canada to try to get the medicines, because at least they were less expensive.
Exactly.
And I worry more for our elderly, because I don't know how many people really realize it till they get up to that age. But my mom had to be on quite a few pills, and it was taking all her money. And we never want are people that have to go, do I eat? Do I have a home? Or
Where
do
do
I
I
get the
live?
medicine?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No.
So, but okay, so that's probably enough political sizing. We're going to switch right now back into FPV. And we're going to talk about a little more about that. It's 5 p.m. there, sleeping bear. Yeah, our system is broken. So sorry, guys, but it's just, yeah, it's just something that's kind of been worrying me about this. But I think FPV flying, I think we're doing better. So the weather's warming up. So Christian, tell me, have you been able to get out and fly?
So I ended up realizing I destroyed one of my motors at
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it was like right after I got back from the DC protest and I went and
yeah.
flew, or it happened at the Sunday meetup, and I had my motor bell completely come off. And
Oh, you lost the clip underneath.
no, it like literally desoldered from like
Holy
from
shit.
the motor shaft. I've never seen this happen before.
Oh, wow.
So I asked around, and a few people were like, try JB Weld, try some epoxy. And so basically, I was like, well, this quad's already kind of messed up because I crashed. I was trying to hit this gap through a V in a tree, and I flew through it, but both of my arms hit at the same exact time when I was going through, and it warped my aluminum pieces and pushed my arms together about like a half inch. So like my props, they end up touching now when they're spinning. So I had to actually go
Oh,
and bend the aluminum back out, and it kind of works. It's not perfect. There's a lot of oscillations because I couldn't get it to go back to the way it originally was. And like with all the tuning and everything I've done, it's still like a little haywire. But I was the other day, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll epoxy the motor on and go up and fly and see what happens. And it was very sketchy. It sounded like it was gonna just die from the get go,
oh,
and
wow.
I was trying to do a power loop, and all of a sudden my motor just seized up and sent me right into the woods, and sent me into a tree. Thankfully, it fell down, so I didn't have to deal with getting it out of a tree. But after that, I'm like, yeah, I don't feel very comfortable flying this quad anymore, and the motors that are on it are discontinued. So I'm gonna have to switch out all the motors, which I'm not too happy about, but it's the way she goes. I might just strip everything off the frame because I have another 5-inch frame that's just it's painted and ready to go. So I
Oh,
might as well
nice.
take everything off it. Yeah, I finished it. I don't know, like a few months ago actually. Oh, came out really awesome. I still haven't put any electronics on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was the frame I flew with Bot Grinder in Philly, and I crashed so hard that like literally parts of my PDB came right off the board. Like,
Oh,
yeah, it was weird. I've never seen that happen before. The flight computer was fine, but the PDB and all the ESCs and everything was totally destroyed. Um, so I haven't been able to fly like any of my 5 inches or anything since last weekend. I did get my squirt up and running again. I had a few problems with that, and I'm almost done with my new build. My new parts should be here in tomorrow. Just waiting on a camera and an antenna, and it's ready to go. I've got everything set up. I was planning to go fly this weekend with my buddy at this new beach spot he found, but I wasn't able to get it up in the air because I didn't have my camera and my antenna. And since it's a fresh build, I really didn't want to just scavenge parts and throw it
yeah.
in there and be like, oh, it's done. Because like I've been working on this for so long. I'm like, this is going to be pristine. It's going to look clean. It's going to be perfect. So I figured just wait on it. But I got this uh, in
Oh, nice.
yesterday, and I flew that around today. I got like 8 batteries with it, and I
So
got eight
which one is
batteries.
that?
This is the newbie drone. Um,
Newbie. They were on Cat Show just a little while
yeah,
ago.
this is their new brushed one that just came out. It actually doesn't use Betaflight, which
Oh,
at first I was a little bit skeptical on, but everything is programmed into the board, and basically you can change your PIDs, your rates, your VTX settings, your switches, everything through the OSD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was a little worried that I was going to get confused with it, but it's very like oriented, and it took me literally 30 minutes to figure out how to set it up and go fly it. So
Very nice.
I wasn't sure if I'd like the brushed whoop because it doesn't have the power that I'm used to. It doesn't have turtle
Yeah.
mode. But surprisingly, it's pretty fast. I flew it today, and it was a little bit windy outside, but it could still handle it really well.
Yeah.
Definitely am gonna pick myself up.
That does all right too as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get myself a brushless one because I want to get back into these. They're a lot of fun. I kind of miss it. Nice. Yeah, my trash
Okay.
can was my
Oh.
first one.
Hey, Roger, I'm sorry. I'm not even sure I said hi to you. You may not still be in here, but I just went back to look at a comment and hi, Roger, my sweet babu. So, whoops, our blast. Yeah, so John Coopy is eyeballing the DJI FPV, and
He
so
wants
is
the
Sleeping
goggles.
Bear.
Get it. If you are in the like if you have the money for it and you're looking to get a new set of goggles and all that jazz, don't waste your money on the Orcas, even though they're really freaking cool. Don't get the new don't get the new Fat Sharks. Just go and get the DJI.
Do you need the module with them goggles?
No, unless you're trying to mod it to fly with your old school analog stuff. But then you can mod it, and there's tons of videos. I'm pretty sure Race Day Quads actually sells the 3D printed parts that you need to modify it. And the guy that let me use his goggles last Sunday to fly his drone, he had the module on it so that he could go in between the DJI digital and the analog, which is definitely something that I would do. Just because if I'm going to get a new pair of goggles, I'd want to be able to carry one set of goggles with me and not have to bring everything else. The only thing I really had a gripe about with them was the field of view was so big that it was really hard to get used to. And personally, I would have to move the OSD settings down in like closer to where I see, because like it seemed like I had to look like away from where I was flying too much to actually see my battery and my RSSI and all that. And it's really hard to fly with analog pilots. You have to be like 3 channels away and turn down your milliwatts because you will just blow them out of the sky like no tomorrow. It happened to my buddy, and he ended up destroying his quad on his first pack. Thankfully, people were able to help him. And then it happened to me once, but I thankfully like noticed my video is getting really bad, so I just like slowed down and leveled out, and then eventually just shut off completely, and I just hit the disarm switch and fell out of the sky, so it wasn't too bad. But if you're flying with a bunch of people that have DJI goggles, they work really well together.
Okay, I need to ask some questions, Christian, because most people know I'm learning this as much as I can, but if I were to get DJI goggles and I went and I grabbed my drone, could I fly this drone with that? No.
Well, yes and no.
Yes
So
and no.
you could get, if you could fit the DJI module into that quad, which it looks like you might be able to, then you could run the HD video transmission.
Okay.
But
So
if
what kind of
you
module
wanted to just run analog, then you would have to do the mod to.
he froze because I asked the question. Uh-oh. I think DJI did it. They're like, no, just tell her she can do it so she gets them and the money for it. Yeah, because see, this is what. Are we still moving, Kim?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's just Christian. He'll come back. He's really good about that. Because that would be my thing I'd want to say. Hey, Centroid.
Hey,
How
Mark.
you doing, my darling?
Mark is going. Oop, there we go.
Where's Mark going?
Mark's going long range.
Oh, you are? That's what yeah, novice class, thanks. Oh, if you can fit that in the build, then yes, you can use it. So what am I gonna have to put in the build? Oh, and you have to have the camera.
Yeah, the camera.
There's
and the
also a
module.
CADX Vista unit, which is much smaller. So that's what I would wonder. I would just wonder if that would be possible to do. Hold on. Let's see. Because I wouldn't mind doing that, but I just wonder at some point if it would work for what I want.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi crapped out on me.
No worries. No worries. I'm just sending Centroid a link. If you want. Don't feel you have to come in, Centroid. You know I still love you. You know, I sent Lawrence a link, but you know, he just didn't come in, but I'm used to it.
For the camera and the video transmitter, it's about $150.
Yep.
The whole unit.
Race Day Quads is actually doing a relatively good deal. The other day, it was $1,300 for a pre-built quad with the air unit, goggles, and controller. So I mean, it's still not cheap.
Stay out of trouble tonight, novice.
The way how much money it would cost to actually get it all and then build it all. It's a pretty good deal.
Me out of tight spots. Yeah, because this is what I was thinking. If you buy $150 worth of stuff to put on a quad so that you can use DJI, what do people without money do? And so, and I say that's a little bit tongue in cheek, but I guess if you start out with it and then you have those parts and you start building, makes a lot of sense. But for me in particular, hey Plummet, that would be really, Plummet has a very cool truck, by the way. It would be very hard for me to do, but I understand why people want to do it. It's a clear picture, but analog and it just doesn't seem to go together really good. Hey, Sleeping Bear, I'll talk to you later. Oh, and Centroid is
I mean, it's an interesting system.
Be careful out there, Sleeping Bear.
Yeah, you be very careful.
It's also expensive.
Val, I spent $400 to $500 for my Fat Shark Garfield.
And Val, I suggest before you go throw money like that into it, wait for to see what the hell the government's doing and all that shit there.
Yeah, I gotta say, John Coopy, when you fly something, use it for a very long time. The price is worth it. The better price is worth it because it does last so long. Are we talking into FPV? Yes, we are. Are you coming on, Centroid? We are talking FPV, absolutely. DJI FPV systems, yep, compared to the analog. Yes. So Kim, can you do me a favor? Can you do this for me and I'll be right back?
Sure.
I'm trying to get my girlfriend to stop cleaning and chill. Woman is a workaholic. Let her clean if that's what she likes.
This guy.
I'll be right back.
Because there's something to do.
I was leaning back too far and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't mind analog. I don't care about the static. I don't go all that out that far and all this and that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I got used to the analog. That's what I started with. So it's like I understand how it's going to operate and I understand how the video interference is going to happen. And like you kind of get the feel of when the video cuts out and you can't see anything for a few seconds. You still know what you need to do to get your video back most of the time.
Yeah.
With the DJI, the blockiness of it, that was the one thing that really did kind of throw me off.
But I also heard too, if you have a guy that's analog and he's got his drone flying, and you got a guy standing beside you with the DJI outfit, that kills his drone.
Yeah, if they're close enough to the same channel, it's done. Like Gonzo, that happened a bunch on Sunday, and like we'd be like 2 or 3 channels apart, and it still wouldn't matter. And most of the problem is it's transmitting at such a high milliwatt that it just blows out all the other frequencies.
Yeah.
And like even if you are still getting your signal, your range and your quality drastically decreases. So like if you're gonna go out and meet up and fly with a whole bunch of people that have DJI goggles, that's fine. They're made for that. They're programmed and ready to handle that.
Yeah.
But when you go out and fly with analog people, it can cause some issues. But like there were a few times where even people who were flying the DJI goggles and they'd like knock down their milliwatts, like someone would plug in on them, they'd get blown out too. So it all depends on how high the frequency you're running, but the goggles don't run well at like 25 milliwatts, or even 200 milliwatts is like the lowest threshold you can really go with those goggles before you start getting some really weird interference when you're flying with other people, or your range just decreases because there's so much information being transmitted to the goggles because it's HD, that it needs the higher milliwatts for the more data that can be transmitted through the air. So it's definitely interesting. I wouldn't say no to getting a free pair, and I really kind of do want to get a set. But it's like one of those things where if I ever have the extra money, I'll get it. But it's not like I'm going to save all my pennies to go and get it, because I could get 4 or 5 new quads and a wing plus a crossfire and like a better module for my goggles for the same exact price, be able to fly 4 or 5 miles out, no problem, and still have money to spare. So it's one of those things where it's like, if you know you're going to be doing this forever, or you're going to go and get a squirt or a cinematic drone, and you're going to be flying for commercial purposes, go and get yourself a DJI drone. Go for it. That's the way to go. But if you're just going to be the guy that goes to his like local school on the weekend and goes and rips some freestyle packs or whatever, and you don't have the extra money, but everyone's telling you to get DJI, don't. Drop the money, get yourself a pair of Fat Sharks. The Dom 2s and Dom 3s are going for like $200 to $150 on Facebook right now, because everyone's scared and wants to sell all their stuff before it becomes illegal. So if you're looking to upgrade, now's the time, because if it does become illegal, you won't be able to get this stuff anymore. And that's
Yeah, Jim Mac, we are.
you know.
Guys, we're going to be flying. In fact, we're getting ready to shut down the show right now, and I'm going to come back in. If you give me 10 minutes, we're coming up for game night. Are you going to fly in game night tonight, Legs?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So those of you who want to fly now, if you don't want to fly, and John Coopy, this speaks to you too, I would love to have you come in. You don't have to fly. You can just talk with us, and we'll get everyone set up to fly tonight. So give me 10 minutes. I thank everyone for coming in. It was really great. Lots of fun. And I'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay, guys?
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey,
Cool.
anytime, Legs.